What's going on, Sumo Links? This is Chris with AppSumo, and I am super excited for the webinar that we have for you guys this morning. So we have Max, who's the founder of HashtagsForLikes, and we're going to dive in just a minute. Before we do, I want to let y'all know two quick things. One, this will be recorded, so if you missed anything or you want to go back or see anything, don't worry about taking notes. We'll have that replay out to you guys shortly if you got to pop off for any reason. Number two, if you have any questions, feel free to drop those in the chat or the Q&A box, and we'll circle back on some of those towards the end. But Max, thank you so much for hopping on all the way from Thailand. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much, Chris. Hi, everyone.
So let's what is HashtagsForLikes? Let's get a little elevator speech on what you guys do, and then we can dive into the demo for folks.
Awesome. So yeah, HashtagForLikes is the go-to place to find out how to get the best hashtags for your hashtag strategy. Hashtags are the core of Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn now. You can get more reach using the right hashtags. Basically, about 2 years ago, we had a single page of just a list of hashtags, and we were getting something like 100,000 people a month checking out this page, which was free, and it was great. But we wanted to build something cool. We wanted a tool that people could use and search and find out a bit more information about what these hashtags were. And 2 years on now, we've built out our systems and our processes, and now we've got a tool that we're proud of, and we've still got a long way to go. There's a lot of things we want to build out, and we launched yesterday on AppSumo, and we've had a flood of kind of cool ideas and people saying how freaking awesome it is, which is great to hear. But yeah, we're just really excited to throw this out there now and see what people think about it.
Heck yeah! And what's your background? How did you get into this?
My background is actually, computers, online businesses, eBay, and then web design company, marketing consultancy, and then for the last few years, really focusing on SEO, understanding how Google loves websites and content. And then this website appeared through some business partners, and I just saw how much people were interested in these hashtags, and it got me intrigued and interested in what's all this about, and started trying to understand how it works with social media. And the amount of people that want to grow social media nowadays is just going exponential. So I wanted to find an area where I could help and kind of use my technology expertise, my understanding of Google and marketing and web design. So kind of HashtagForLikes was born. And yeah, 2 years on, that's where I am today, and hammering this out all day, every day. So
yeah, that's great. Cool. Well, let's give the people what they want. If you want to turn your screen share on, and we can start showing everybody.
Cool. So this screen is probably
awesome. Yep. Let us know in the chat if you can see this, but it's looking good on my end. So feel free to get going.
So hopefully this is the screen that a lot of people will see soon when they sign up for AppSumo for the lifetime deal. I'm just going to go ahead and pick one of my test codes. So I'll create a little password here. Fill in this field, pop in my email address. Let's go for AppSumo. HashtagForLikes. Cool. Let's hope this works. So accounts created. So we take people straight into the dashboard here. This is where most people will live and play with their account, and kind of starting to find out about where to get their hashtag campaigns. HashtagForLikes is mainly built up using Instagram, and we're now moving into TikTok, and there's lots of other platforms coming along soon. We've got YouTube, Twitter in here, and we're also talking about LinkedIn as well. So as you could probably see, there's kind of two menus. We've got the menu on the left and the big menus along the top. And a lot of people start here. So this is where HashtagForLikes was born, is around hashtags. So let's go ahead and type in quite a common hashtag here, fitness. So the idea with #HashtagForLikes is to give enough information to help you make a choice about whether you want to use this hashtag. When you're posting on Instagram, you get a certain amount of space. You get up to 30 hashtags. And there's lots of strategies out there on how many hashtags to use. But for me, it's about relevancy. So being relevant to the photo that you're posting, being relevant to the content that you're talking about in the comments, in the description. So if you're all about fitness, fitness is a good place to start. But as you'll see, there's kind of a lot of people are using this hashtag. So if you've got a very small account, you've just started, then using something like fitness with what we call a high difficulty score, you'll probably get lost in the ether if you're quite a young account. So what we advise is using kind of medium or lower competition keywords. For example, here we've got fitness goals. It's used a lot less than fitness. So if you're going to use that and it's very, very relevant to your picture, so let's say you've got fitness food and you post that up on your foodie picture, you're going to get much more chance of that getting through the Instagram algorithm than a more popular and a more difficult hashtag. So what we understood is that when you're kind of going through your research, you want to be able to tick a few different options as you go, and you want to be able to save these for later. So what we've built in is a hashtag campaign. This allows you to build campaigns. So here we've got, let's say we want to be fitness UK, food. So in here, you can save all your hashtags that are related to your campaign, fitness food. As you can see, you can go back and edit those later. You might want to build up kind of an initial research stage. So you might want to find some hashtags that you're not too sure about, some that are trending. And you can spend as much time as you want here kind of learning about the different hashtags. Or you can go through and click on a different one. Let's click on Fitspo here. And then again, you can kind of see more about that particular hashtag and all the related ones there. So you've got popular, trending, and we've also got some top hashtags here as well. So all these you can click on and go and explore down, find out a bit more information. And again, then you might want to save some of those into your campaign. So I always recommend starting with maybe a research campaign, something like that. You can call it whatever you want, whatever kind of fits your strategy. And as you can see, you're starting to now build up your campaigns. You can rename these and close them, edit them, whatever you want to do with those. So once you've built up quite a lot of campaigns, or even just a few, you can click in here. And you can kind of get an overview of what you've done already. And the idea is then once you're happy with these, you can copy them and you can place them straight into your Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, whatever kind of Instagram platform you're using. Now, a lot of people are interested in checking out what other hashtags people are using. So let's go and check out what these guys are doing over at AppSumo. Cool. So we've got here an engagement score. Now every account we can give a score for their engagement, and that's based on the amount of followers they've got and the amount of likes, comments, and activities they get. We can kind of see based on that last post what their average likes are and how many comments they get. So you could start comparing this to your account or another account that you want to look at. And this chart will basically tell you if over a period of time, this is kind of how steady or how steep their curve has been for growing. And you can see an evolution. And this is their last 15 posts. So you guys at AppSumo are going up quite regularly, increasing your uploads, your followers are going up. So it's a nice steady growth account, which is cool. This is where you've been having engagement or less engagement over time. And here you can see a few future projections. So if you carry on as you are, you'll end up with a lot more uploads, and your followers should decrease or increase depending on your current rate. We can also pull top posts through. Here we are unable to pull the picture through. Sometimes Instagram changes their algorithm a bit. So this is a placeholder image, but you can go on and click through and see kind of what the top posts are for these accounts. Now, these are the top hashtags. Obviously, being #for_likes, this is the area that's very interesting. You can see the top hashtags from the last 10 posts, and you can kind of compare these against the media stats summary and see which posts are popular and which hashtags they're using. Then you can kind of go into those hashtags, and it'll take you back to where we were before, and you can start researching that hashtag. So you might have seen that a competitor or an idol or someone that you're trying to mimic in terms of the similar size account is using a certain hashtag. Now we can go back in and we can say, right, okay, that hashtag's got a difficulty score. That's one I want to add to my Black Friday campaign, but I'm maybe not such a big account, so I'm going to pick some low ones, making sure they're very relevant to my post again. And then you can pop these straight into your Black Friday campaign. So hopefully you can see, we've tried to make it very easy to research, understand some stats, check out the competition, and then you end up building a load of campaigns that you can then use again, and you can edit and change those as you go. Now, I find most people like to do that. They like to change regularly because Instagram changes their algorithm, or they might try maybe 10 posts with trying out a few different hashtags just to see what works. And then they'll tweak it as they go as well. So we've tried to build our tool around that, being flexible with the campaigns. Just going back to the analyze profiles. So here you can track users. We're going to track The Rock at the moment. Now you can have a number of users in here, and this is mainly like a quick access panel. So you might have top 3 people that you're trying to mimic the size of their account, or maybe they're people that you follow a lot. Maybe there's a couple of people in there that you want to follow you. But whatever the reason is, you can pop them in here, and then you can quickly access them again and keep an eye on some of their top stats, or go back in and kind of review their account again, see what hashtags they're using, check how they're doing in terms of their followers, and all sorts of information. At the moment, you can also download a report. So you might want to take a snapshot of where they are at the moment and download that and keep that for later, or send that to someone. So the hashtag search and the analyzer, these are our main areas. And as I said before, we've got a number of different platforms going live: TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. As well as those two, you can also download content. So you might have some content on Instagram that you posted before. You can enter the link in here, and then you can download it again. A lot of people use that because maybe there was a post that worked really well for them, and they can't find it on their computer, or maybe they're out and about doing some blogging, and they just want to get some quick access to some content that they've used before. So you can quickly pop in the link, download it back on your computer, and then you can repost it again with the hashtags that you've built up in your hashtag campaigns. Because this is an AppSumo lifetime plan, there's some other features in here as well. So depending on how many codes you've bought, our standard's got a limit of 3,000 searches, but you can very quickly get into the unlimited, which gives you a whole scope of being able to search as much as you need to. You can track more profiles, and also you can add different users in here as well and add sub-accounts. So that means that you can add people in to access your account as well. And we also let you change the logo as well, so you can kind of co-brand this, which makes it a bit more interesting for people who maybe got clients. And as you can see, white labeling is available after 2 codes. Some other features, we've got a list of banned hashtags as well. So these keep people up to date with the banned hashtags that they shouldn't be using on their Instagram. And something I didn't show you earlier, which is a cool feature, is when you're searching for a hashtag. So let's go back to our fitness hashtag, my go-to. You can also filter by negative. So you might know there's a banned hashtag in there. Let's say it's fitness body, because that's in there at the moment, but it's not a negative, but you might want to take that out. And then it automatically disappears from here. I'll just show you that again so you can see. We've got fitness gear in here already. If I just apply that now, it will disappear. So you want to put your list of negative keywords in there, and you might have those saved away somewhere, or you might want to make them up on the spot. And then you also might know, well, actually, there's no point in me targeting hashtags that have been used over a certain amount of time or got average amount of likes, because my account maybe can't compete, or you might want to find average likes that are really high. So you can use these tools just to kind of filter out the data that you can see here, and then makes it even easier to find the right hashtags. We've just included a few extra things in here, like a roadmap as well. So one thing we've been really excited about so far, launching yesterday, is the amount of feedback we've had on things that people want to see. And that's either based on tools they've already used, or just because they've come and used us and they've thought, great, this is really cool, but I'd love to do this. So we're hoping over the next kind of few days, and probably the feedback from this video, we'll end up with another list of features that we want to build in. And then we've got some support tools like the video library, which we're constantly updating. And we've also got our Facebook community as well. So our Facebook community is where people can come and share their ideas, share their challenges, and have some fun too. So I think that's pretty much it for the moment. Do you have any questions?
Man, you answered half the questions that I had for you, which is awesome. One of the ones, if you wouldn't mind navigating over to the AppSumo page, I know you kind of went over what's included in some of the deals, but if we could check it out there on your AppSumo deal page, you just kind of scroll down to what's included in each code.
Yeah, that's in settings. So here we go. So probably best to pick what we actually did is because most AppSumo deals are based on a pro account, and what we did with you guys is we just built a load of cool new features in anyway. And one of the things that we really wanted to explore was having multiple users, kind of reducing the limits on how many searches people could do, and also open up different platforms. So most of those are in here. In fact, there's not much that you get different from the first code and two codes in terms of usability. So you get a lot of features from the word go.
So would you say, if you're like, would the difference be the first code is kind of like you're an individual running something by yourself, and then if you are more of like an agency or somebody who's working with multiple clients, then you kind of want to scale up your codes accordingly? Or is there another way to kind of differentiate who should get one code versus multiple codes?
Yeah, I think if you're just starting out and you're probably analyzing a few accounts, then one code's good enough. You can track five profiles here. So maybe a couple of those that you're tracking are competitors. Maybe there's a couple of people that you're mimicking as well. Maybe you've even got another account that you want to track. What you can do in the dashboard is you can actually add your main account in here. So this would be your account, and that just sits in here on the dashboard.
So you don't have to have access to those accounts you're tracking or anything like that. Those aren't accounts you're controlling. Those are just, like you said, they could be competitors or like friends of your company, things like that, to see what they're doing well, like what's not working.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is mainly your account, just so you've got quick access to see how you're doing. Mm-hmm. So I'll just go back to those tools again. Settings. So if you're an agency, or maybe you're running multiple accounts, then you'll probably want to have an unlimited amount of tracking profiles and be able to search a lot of time, because every time you search and it brings up those 20, 30 keywords, that goes towards your tracking, because our system has to go and get all that live data. So it's quite process intensive. So that's kind of why we have a bit of a limit to start with.
Awesome. One of the questions came in. Gregston is asking, does tracking work on YouTube as well?
So at the moment, we haven't got, we've only got hashtags for YouTube and Twitter. But what we want to do, we want to build out these tools a lot more. So everything you see for Instagram, we want to start doing for all these other platforms. We've only really kind of launched this just before the AppSumo launch, just to get ready to kind of introduce this to you guys and see how you feel. And we've already had lots of good response about opening up different platforms. So yeah, Greg, we'll be building this out, and your feedback along the way will be definitely kind of really appreciated. And yeah, hopefully we can build something really cool around what people want to use every day and how it helps them grow their social media.
Awesome. Who is your ideal customer for this?
That's a tough one. I mean, we get so many signups, and we get something like 9,000 visits a day on our website. So
wow.
We constantly ask ourselves that question. I mean, anyone who needs help with creating a hashtag strategy. I mean, you could probably sit there for hours with a bit of paper writing down all these hashtags and so on and so forth and make a flip book. But by the time you've done that, the algorithm's changed, or you've changed your posting style. So this is anyone who's kind of starting up their account and just wants to get moving and understand a bit more about the hashtags and save them somewhere and maybe try a few out. Or if you're a power user and you really want to kind of add lots of accounts to this and keep track of all your campaigns and maybe your customers' campaigns as well. I know it's not good to say everyone, but kind of anyone who's looking to grow their social media and understands hashtags are a great way to do that. Yeah.
Cool. Steve is asking, would this benefit Google My Business, or are there plans to add Google My Business in here?
It's not something that's come up or I've thought about, and I'll be interested to find out a bit more about that if they could get in touch. One of the things we want to do is more integration, so Zapier, and I mean, some of the suggestions have been this is a bit like a keyword research tool, like Google Keyword Tool. I'm a big fan of Ahrefs, which is an SEO tool. Yeah. So, again, these kind of tools have integrations, and that's something we'll explore a bit more. So Google My Business, yeah, I'd be interested to find out kind of how it's being used and how hashtags could work with that. That'd be really cool.
Cool. What's the best way for people to get in touch for things like that?
We've got a Facebook group, so all our Sumo-lings and all our customers can sign up for the Facebook group. Just pop in your email address so we can check that you're a member, and then once you're approved, you can fire away in there. We've got email as well, so our support team, support@HashtagsForLikes.co, are available 24/7. We'll try and get back to you as quick as we can. And we've got a Facebook page as well, #ForLikes. So we're on quite a few different platforms for feedback. But yeah, my email address also is m@#forlikes.co. So I'm always happy to kind of receive emails from anyone who's got an idea or a suggestion or just want to chat through some strategy.
Awesome. Be careful what you wish for. I can imagine some emails coming your way right now.
Oh, that's cool.
All right. Kenny is asking, can we look for trending hashtags in my country or local city? If that's not possible, could you make it available in the future? Because for small accounts with novel niches that don't speak English, it could be better to steal local trending hashtags first.
Yeah, so this is an interesting one because, and a lot of people are asking for this. Now, Instagram, as an example, they don't tag anything specifically in that area. So, if I said McDonald's, I could be anywhere in the world and put McDonald's in, right? So, but what you can do, if you've got a small town, you can start putting in that town into our search and see what is related to that search. So there might be kind of keywords that are very local to that area or even to a country, maybe slang words or things that people would use locally that can appear. But it's something that we want to research a lot more, is how do we define what is a local keyword? How do we find that data that says, right, this keyword was used in this town, in this country? So again, that's something I want to explore more. If anyone's got any ideas or they've seen it working really well somewhere, please send it through, and it's definitely on our list of wants to do. So at the moment, it's limited to kind of you being able to put in a keyword or something that is local already.
Mm-hmm. Cool. What is on your roadmap that you are most excited about?
Oh wow. Now my head's going to explode because I see,
sounds like you guys have a lot and more coming in every day.
Yeah, so it's a lot of the cool features. For me, it's about helping people understand when they start searching a hashtag and they start that journey. I want to be able to give them more insights into what that hashtags means and how that's going to help them grow their account. So, I've got a vision for better KPIs, maybe more semantic stuff as well. What does this hashtag mean? But also being able to kind of look at an account and compare it better. I want to be able to have more information about the hashtags that account's used and why they're working better, and maybe compare it to what you've done recently. So kind of the comparison tools for me are really exciting.
Yeah.
I love data, but I also love how people can use it and how they can, look at something and understand it quickly, and then kind of be able to use it to grow their success. So
yeah,
anything that
not just raw data, but data that you can actually make actionable decisions based on.
Yeah,
that's exciting. Nice. All right, next question. Can you tell us a little bit more about the video library?
Yeah, so the video library at the moment has got a lot of our YouTube videos in there. What my plan is with these, and what our plan is to get all the feedback from anyone who's using it and create some new videos based on that feedback. So if there's any particular individual tips or things that people want to know about, then we can make some notes. We can create some articles and then do a video based on that advice. So I want this to be full of really kind of useful information about our tool, about Instagram, about TikTok in general, about how hashtags are used. So this is kind of like a go-to resource. Now, in the future, I see this kind of opening up. Maybe we could have it a bit more like a course program, or tag these a lot better, so you could filter based on what you're looking to try and do. So the ideas are endless on this side, but at the moment it's a list just to help. I mean, some of these questions like getting started, analyzing profiles, they're kind of the main things that people look for. That probably answers that question, I hope.
Yeah. Well, that is the end of the questions we got, right on schedule. Is there anything else you want to share before we sign off?
Like I said earlier, just we really want to make this the go-to tool. So anything that you're not happy with, or anything that you think we can improve, or cool ideas, or anything you've seen before, please share them with us. We are constantly building things and fixing stuff and making it cool and all sorts of things. So we're on it 24/7. So yeah, just anything cool, send it over. We're happy to have a chat and see if we can build this awesome tool together. That'd be cool.
Awesome. Max, thank you so much for hopping on. Sumo Links, thank you guys for joining us. I'm going to post the link to this on AppSumo as well. Again, it's lifetime access starting at just $59 for that first code. Again, we have a 60-day money-back guarantee, so very little risk on your end to give it a shot, and a big upside on what this will be able to do for your business. So thank you guys for hopping on. Max, special thank you to you, not just for the webinar, but for bringing this deal to the audience. It's super cool, so thank you very much.
Thank you too, Chris. Thanks, everyone.
All right, take care, everyone. Talk soon. And yes, there will be a replay. That'll be sent out later. You'll be able to find it on our YouTube channel as well as on the deal page. So we got you, Nicholas. All right, everyone, take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.